Hey, thanks for coming back. And today I'd like to talk to you about a wireless, gaming mouse. It's this one right here. This is the Attack Shark X3 gaming mouse. Now, I came across this because, basically, as I was watching some YouTube videos of some of my favorite content creators, it was in off to the side, a suggestion, and I was like, okay, let's see what this mouse is really all about. Now, this is the box that it comes in. Yes, as you can already tell, the model number 3395. I guess that's it. And you get a little bit of tiny information there, nothing, but mainly all of it here. Inside the box, you also get a nice little braided cable, USB-C to USB Type A, and you get a nice little silicone type cable tidy. This is also, you can also use this for data transfer, okay? You get some information and instruction sheets. Yeah, they're kind of like these cheap fold-out things. Not really an actual book, but they're a big fold-out sheet. And you get these with 3M sticky on the back. This is anti-grip tape that you can put on the mouse itself if you want to. And of course, this is the mouse itself. Attack Shark. Here's the bottom. You got the nice, PTFE type glide pads there, including around the sensor. There's some. Got some buttons. Here's your mode switch, is also your power switch. Right there is where you're going to charge it. Of course, you got your wheel. There is a light in there that you really barely can see that tells you what DPI you're in. And you got your two side buttons here. And of course, you got your clicking buttons. It's not silent, but it's very, very quiet. And let's see, it weighs 49 grams, which I think is maybe like around an ounce or two. So it's a very, very extremely lightweight mouse. It kind of took me a little bit to get used to it, okay? Like I said, you do got some anti-slip tape. The battery in here is a 300 milliamp hour battery. Also, that's where you're going to have the charging indicator too. Now, there's 3 ways to connect this mouse. USB Type-C, the cable, Bluetooth, or if you see this little piece here, which is kind of hard to get open a little bit, in here is your 2.4 gigahertz USB dongle that you would plug into your computer or whatever, and you can use it that way. Now, they claim that the white pads here, which is PTFE, that there's no additives in the glide pads, meaning it's pure PTFE. Nothing was added to it like graphite, or sometimes they just put regular old plastic in it just so they can kind of give you a little savings there, but this is supposed to be pure PTFE on all the white glide pads here, down here, and around the sensor. So there's no additives in it. It uses the PAW 3395 or PAW 3395 optical sensor. Let's see, they use the Black Mamba, the KAIL, K-A-I-L, I think it is, Black Mamba sensor, GM 8.0 switches, which is supposed to have an 8 million click lifespan, 5 programmable buttons, which I don't do, but you maybe can do that. Now, the programmable part of that is for the PC only. So if you're going to use it on a mobile device, ain't going to work. You got 6 DPI settings: 800, 1600, 2400, 3200, 5000, and 26,000 DPI. That's a lot. You have 650 IPS tracking speed, 1000 hertz response speed, and 50G acceleration limit, meaning like how fast you're going, like this type of a thing, okay? That was a lot. Now, this is a fairly budget-friendly mouse. I got it, it was on Amazon. I happen to have gotten it for pretty cheap. They were running some kind of a super sale or something like that, and I happen to have gotten it for 30 bucks. Of course, you know, on Amazon, prices go up and down all the time, so if you go there and you say, hey, it's more than 30 bucks, well, you know, it's Amazon. They change the prices quite a bit, okay? And especially if people start buying it a lot, yeah, the price is going to shoot up a little bit. Okay, that's pretty much it for all the specs that I have about this mouse. So what I'm going to do right now is give you some little charts and pictures and stuff, and then let me come back and give you my final thoughts about the Attack Shark X3 gaming mouse. Be right back. Okay, so what do I think of the Attack Shark X3 gaming mouse? Well, first of all, I like how high it is, because with my hands, I like mice that stand up a little bit thicker. It makes my hand feel a lot better. Nice and long for my big old man hands. The plastic they used, I don't know what it is. It sounds like your basic ABS type plastic. Does it feel cheap? No, it feels like the plastic they used to use in mice like 15 years ago, which really wasn't cheap, if you will, but it's not the best grade of plastic. It is kind of slippery, so I would advise you using this stuff right there. Of course, before you use it, put a little bit of rubbing alcohol on like a tissue or something. Wipe down the mouse, let that completely dry, just to make sure there's nothing on the mouse that might make the sticky stuff not stick. You know, like your grease from your hands might affect the sticky stuff of the tape. So maybe wipe it down real quick and then make sure it's clean. Make sure there's no residual oils or anything from any of the molds on there by taking a little bit of alcohol and wiping it down. Now, don't do it to the point where it's dripping off the mouse, just enough to clean it, okay? Don't go crazy with it. Now, the weight of it, like I said, is very, very light. I had a little trouble at first kind of getting used to it because it is so light in the hand. So if you're looking for, I mean, like I said, it might be like maybe an ounce, maybe two, somewhere around there. They claim it's 49 grams, but for us who don't know the metric system too much, so maybe about anywhere from an ounce to 2 ounces in weight. And yeah, it takes a little getting used to, but I did get used to it quite quickly. The pads, it gliding over everything. I did it on bare wood, glass, an actual mouse pad. Heck, I even did it on a legal pad just for the heck of it, just to see what would happen, and it worked beautifully. I have no complaints about the motion of it. It glides, it's smooth as butter, basically. The tracking of the mouse is fantastic, especially once you start getting up into the higher DPIs. Me, myself, I stood around the 3200 DPI that's what I like, but it's nice to have going, the 5,000 and a 26,000 in case you really want it. Or lower, all the way down to 800. That's great too. But for me, the sweet spot was 3,200. It's obviously sweet spots are different for everybody. One of the reasons why I like how the mouse is so much taller than some of the other mice I did, it gives me a little bit more room to grab the mouse so I'm not accidentally pressing these two buttons here. I like that. I really do wish mice manufacturers might put a different switch in here to turn these off. So if you really don't want them, you can actually maybe shut it off. These buttons off. That'd be great because I don't use them all the time. And it'd be nice to be able to shut them off so I don't accidentally hit darn things. Now, of course, you do got buttons on the bottom. Here's the switch. And that's probably about the only drawbacks about it is it's recessed a little bit much. So you're really going to have to get in there you just can't go boop and it's on. You kind of got to dig in there a little bit to turn it on and off. But yeah, otherwise, this mouse is a great mouse to have. Now, of course, it being so budget friendly and so low cost, longevity is in play and how well this will stand up to time of you playing with it or using it all the time. So yeah, the longevity of it comes in play with any budget mouse. I've read and saw some videos where people absolutely love this thing. Now, I used this mouse for just over a month for everyday usage, just perusing the internet, watching videos, and yes, even playing games, editing videos. And I love it. It's actually a fantastic mouse. I've had no connection issues. I had no stutter, no lag, nothing with this mouse. And so would I suggest you get this? Yeah, it's a great little mouse to have. The Attack Shark X3. I'm just going to say gaming mouse, even though even on the box, they don't say gaming. I'm going to call it a gaming mouse because of its accuracy and how smooth it is when you're gaming with it. And how accurate, like I said, how accurate it is. So yeah, the Attack Shark X3 budget-friendly gaming mouse is definitely worth every penny. And if you happen to like this video, please give it that thumbs up. If you haven't done so already, please subscribe to my channel and do not forget about that notification bell. It would really help me out a lot if you were to share this video and maybe a few more of my others on all of your social media. And until the next video, you, your friends, your family, and yes, even all of your pets, you all have a great day. I'll see you in the next video.